This video is sponsored by Manscaped. Power. What defines power? An ant can lift more than 10 times its own body weight. A chipmunk can lift 100 times. You see, in the eyes of strength and judgment, only the chipmunk reigns supreme. There is no other animal, with its stature, its small form factor, that retains such godlike power. The most powerful being to ever lived is most notably known by the bright yellow A inscribed on his being. His legends tell that he was a charming and beautiful singer who pulled many women chipmunks. Today, I'd like to tell you the story of Alvin. Alvin and his band of warriors who conquered, slayed, and pillaged and sang. In 2007, the world was greeted with the first installation of the best movie series ever made, Alvin and the Chipmunks. It was a movie series spanning many eras and generations, each carrying the most iconic titles only true geniuses could comprehend. The Squeakquel, which for you weak minds is a play on words of sequel. Chipwrecked because they are chipmunks who got shipwrecked. Do you get it? Road trip because they're on a road trip and they're chipmunks.
Yeah.
The fact that they are chipmunks is important. It's very integral to the plot, to the lore, to their power and legend. Let's just say that we are lucky to live amongst these three creatures. Alvin himself, with just the sound of his voice, he can will sentient beings into existence and end their lives as he sees fit. Simon knows all. He knows everything. His knowledge pains him because he knows every single aspect about the universe, just like Rick from Rick and Morty. They're the same person. And Theodore, who can chew through the very fabric of space-time. That's why he has such a fat ass. But before these boys were gods, they were just pop stars. They were just casual gods of music instead. There's not one song from these boys that doesn't ultimately bang. Sure, their voices may sound like they're just normal high voice pitches, but holy crap, do I love it.
Watch it, genius.
Alvin and the Chipmunks is a 2007 sacrifice starring Jason Lee, Jesse McCartney, David Cross, and more people. If I'm being honest for just a second, just a serious little second, this movie is great, genuinely. I mean, at least the first one. The other three is another discussion, but if we're just going on the first movie alone, it's honestly really funny and insanely overdramatic, which is why I love it so much. The human cast is perfect, especially the dynamic between David Cross and Jason Lee, and the short, stouty chipmunk gods are adorable. I'm serious. I may have a trash taste, in general, but I love the first movie, and I'm not just saying that so the gods spare me. I promise, gods. This movie is genuinely good though. So much heart, so much funny. It's not the most passion-filled, but it definitely tries its best to do with what it has. Now, let's look at the gods' best work. We're going back to 2007 together. We're gonna document what happened. Where did the legend start? All the way back in 2007 with iPhones and Call of Duties and Soulja Boy. The movie begins with the gods' beautiful dulcet tones singing about the current hardships they're facing. You see, before they ruled our universe, they were just small, normal chipmunks who were scrounging for nuts and stuff. They needed food because they were homeless and starving. Someone even cuts down the very tree that they were standing on. And as you may know, the people who did this are no longer breathing. We meet this normal human Dave, who is named Dave because he is devoted to our saviors. Dave is shown to be a mess up, and he loves his neighbor. So, they have that will they, won't they situation going on throughout the whole movie. The music is this mid-2000s classic kind of music where they're like, come on, come on, come on. Oh yeah, let's go. Won't you follow me? Let's go. Won't you follow me? Yeah, yeah. Oh man, I'm so talented. I'm just like the chipmunks. The tree that was cut was taken to the record studio and decorated. Our monks are seen at the top of the tree, showing us the hierarchy, how they are above all men. Our Dave goes to Ian Hawking, that's his name, because he's selling songs to him. As he goes in, he's greeted with love and joy, and the person he's selling the song to is David Cross, and his character is incredible. But sadly, he shuns Dave.
Your song? It's awful. I hate it.
And Dave will remember this when he is at the God's loyal servant's side. Just remember that. Dave will remember that. Dave steals muffins, and the Allen monks hop in his muffin basket. Our first step into the bond that will shake the universe. But before they directly interact, our gods must indulge in the sweet treats Dave is able to gift them, like cheese balls. Balls. Balls, dude. Just like Manscaped. As shocking as it may be, I'm a man, a hairy man. These chipmunks are hairy gods, and sometimes it's hard to properly groom and trim without damage, and that's where Manscaped comes into play. Manscaped has created the world's first all-in-one manscaping kit that makes manscaping safe and easy. The new Lawnmower 3.0 is the best water-resistant body trimmer and the only body trimmer with skin-safe technology that reduces nicks and cuts from manscaping accidents. So basically, your nuts that you want to appease the gods with will be safe and protected when you gotta trim them bad boys. There's even a built-in LED light that helps illuminate your grooming areas, just like how Alvin illuminates our souls. Thanks to Manscaped, you can keep your family jewels area hygienic and groomed. And for a limited time, you can get 2 free gifts when ordering: the Shed travel bag and the anti-chafing boxer briefs when you get the Perfect Package 3.0. So just head on over to manscaped.com to get 20% off and free shipping with the code 24frames. That's 20% off and free shipping at manscaped.com with the code 24frames at checkout. Now let's go back to the documentary. Dave is confused at the noise in his house. At first, he attacks the gods because he does not yet know what their potential is. They fight and they prove to him that their true strength is beyond his by nearly sending him to the ballsy grave. As the gods prove their strength, Dave submits to them. They show him that their powerful song skills are insane. That entrances Dave in everlasting devotion. This is their first step. With the power of song and music, they will overcome all. Every single one of us. They start by tackling Christmas songs. And as a kid, this is honestly one of my favorite movies to watch around Christmas. My parents definitely got sick of it, but the soundtrack was blaring every day. And it was so much fun as a kid and insanely comforting because, Alvin would be like, Christmas time is here, time for joy and time for cheer. I'm probably making the gods sad by doing that, I'm sorry. Gods are shown to be untrained and slobbish at first, leaving junk everywhere, but they make up for it by using these dulcet tones. But when Dave takes them to perform for the record company, they refuse to sing because they do not deem them worthy yet. And what's cute is that they all share the bottom of the seatbelt together. It's so cute, look at them, oh my god. Look at him. I love it. Dave has to go to his normal job and has a presentation. And at the presentation, the gods made an effort to show off their own characteristics, such as the size of Theodore's butt. But these lowly humans, they don't know what an honor it is to learn these kind of things. The size of Theodore's butt is massive. Worship it. Dave is then asked to recruit a fellow human to worship Alvin and the monks, so Dave goes to, the girl that he loves, the neighbor. Will he do it? No, it doesn't go well. The recruitment does not go well, which puts Alvin and the others at odds with Dave, so they take matters into their own hands, and they get a song to be made to recruit the rest of the world with their dulcet tones, and it works. People become entranced in the belief of the monks. They worship, they love, just like all of us will soon. And also, it's Christmas. It's a loving Christmas, but then the gods are tempted by the record company devil. They are tempted by Ian Hawking. This is where the main troubles come into play, because while the faith between Dave and the monks are strong, the record company devil tempts them with sins and the likes of things that they've never seen. This makes me sad because Dave is trying his best. He's trying his best to be the best recruiter that he can, but the devil is just too powerful and he abuses the monks. He abuses what they want. He abuses them so hard and even tries trapping their powers into a cage. Not before that they send chaos throughout the entire world. Oh my god, it's insane. But then Dave saves them and he revives their incredible powers and brings them back down to actual reality, back to our plane of existence, birthing their powerful bond that will never be broken. And at the end of the movie, they're all happy because they know what they are about to accomplish. They're about to take over the world. And the next stop is high school. And the squeakquel, the story of Alvin and Chipmunks is a most incredible tale. It's a powerful origin story, a really great documentary. It's genuinely funny, really overdramatic, and a lot of fun. There's also a lot of really good things about this movie too that I didn't expect. Like for example, when all of them hide in the bowls from Dave, they're all in the exact same color as their normal outfits. Like Simon's in the blue one, Alvin's in the red one, Theodore's in the green one. It's just something that you don't think about, but it helps recognize who they are. Also, David Cross's acting in this is absolutely phenomenal. He really just steals every scene that he's in. It's so good. And also the animation on the chipmunks themselves, it's so good. It's really good, especially for 2007. It's amazing. Also, coupled with that, let's just take a minute to appreciate how when they interact with certain objects, the objects move. That's such a small attention to detail that they really went the extra effort for throughout the entire movie. It's honestly really impressive and adds so much layers to immersion for this movie. But of course, there are some issues with it, but funny ones. Don't tell the gods that I mentioned these though, please. Like how Simon's glasses actually work even though they're pulled off of a toy Santa. I guess old toy Santa just have prescription made glasses, but you know, whatever. Also, the movie is incredibly short, just an hour and 20 minutes, so things go by really fast. It's actually honestly a compliment that I wanted this to be longer than it is because it's a lot of fun. All of the actors in this do their best to just make it so much fun and a genuine good comedy. It's like the people that made this movie actually cared to just make something fun for everyone. Sure, there might not be much development of anyone other than Dave and probably just Alvin and the monks, but it's still largely entertaining and a really good movie. Also, it seems like the humans are just really accepting that there's talking chipmunks. Like they don't really question it. You know, Dave's like the only one that questions it ever, but no one else does. So that kind of just happens. I just don't remember if the others live up to this hype though. I don't know if the other movies are as good as this one because just judging by a lot of things around them, I don't think they are. I really don't think they are. The titles of the sequels may be incredible, but the first movie is definitely the most superior. It's honestly really good. I've made this video documenting the gods' origin story to appease them, and I hope they're happy. Worship the chipmunk. Worship them. Give yourself to the monk. Yes. Yes.